Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's KB5MIQ Big Boy. Well, I'm going to reveal my big announcement for my channel. You know, guys, when I started this channel 3 years ago, I like supporting the hobby. Actually, WD5HKV taught me into doing this channel, watching another video I'd made for something else. I really enjoy doing it. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I plan to keep doing it. Biggest thing I get is interacting with you guys through comments, emails, meeting y'all online on the air, and at Hamfest. My favorite statement is somebody walking up and asking me how old Ham Radio Cat is. So I have a lot of fun doing this, and that's why I continue to keep trying to have fun and putting out what I put out in this channel. But I guess every YouTuber, when they hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, they get thinking about other things. And my goal with YouTube has always been to get enough watch hours and subscribers so YouTube has to pay me a little bit for video. I hadn't got there yet, working on it. Retailers, I'm only ever going to mention the ham radio store that I'll ever only mention is MTC. Great store, great people on it. I love locally owned businesses. They've helped me they sponsored some giveaways, and a great bunch of folks up there, Richard and Christine at MTC, and Radio Shack. Now, I do that because I like the stores. I don't ask them for nothing, never have, never will, but I do like supporting those local businesses. What bringing this up, is I got an email about a month ago from a manufacturer. I'm not going to call the name of it because I turned them down. But it was one of the cheap Chinese handhelds, and they offered me a collaboration agreement. Send me a free radio, I keep it, do a video, even offered me a link where I could get a kickback if anybody ordered using the link. Well, two reasons I turned it down. One, I've already got videos out to where I mentioned this Yaesu FT4X handheld. MTC's got these $85. Great little handheld, and I've said that if I had known about that first, I wouldn't even own a UV5R. So I didn't feel out hawking something like that. I looked at the videos some other people had out on it, and I'm not going to say what they were or not, but it was a product I wouldn't purchase. So I didn't feel right accepting their collaboration agreement to try to hawk something that I personally would not purchase. So I thanked them and politely turned them down. Well, Kent and I were talking a while back. He said, man, I told him this company that I've always liked. He said, shoot them an email. They always say no. So I shot MFJ an email and told them about the channel. And they have offered me a collaboration for product reviews, and I'm very proud to say I got MFJ as a sponsor of the channel for product reviews. They've sent me some gear, and we're going to start a product review of about one a month on MFJ products. Now, I've been around this hobby a long time. MFJ's been a part of it since '72. Prior to me starting this channel, I already had several MFJ products I've used for a good bit. Got a dummy load, got a desk mic, got 3 antennas up, got a SWR meter for a VHF. I've always liked their products. I had one product of theirs in an earlier video that I had that I really didn't like. Well, nothing really wrong with it functionally other than the fan was too loud. And it was a 50 amp linear power supply. I sold it. But if I could have put it under the table, I probably would have kept it, but that's the only reason I got rid of it. Wasn't knocking the power supply, it wasn't a good fit for me. So, I like their stuff. They've been very, very gracious in sending me products to review, and we're going to review a couple of them tonight, and then I'll do some of my regular content on my next video. But thank you, MFJ. I appreciate y'all entrusting me with this. First product we're going to talk about, they sent me this MFJ 148RC shack clock. Got a light in it. You can set it for local, UTC time, and it's got a 10-minute ID timer built into it. This clock will also set off like the atomic clocks, the WWV signal. Where I live, I've always had trouble with that working. I've had several lacrosse weather clocks in there, and some of them I don't even fool with trying to set through the atomic clock setting anymore. But I took this, put it in another room far north end of my house, left it a couple of days, and it set itself. And I've got it set for Central Standard Time, Daylight Savings Time, and UTC time. And it's within 30 seconds of the Shack gadget, which sets off the internet. And I think it's a good idea. Is it a absolute necessity for a shack? Depending on how much you want to spend on your money for your shack. Here's where I think this thing could really come in handy. I don't know, I don't do POTA, and I've worked a lot of POTA stations. I have worked some POTA with Vern 6, KV5SIX, at a lake over here. I can't remember the name of the lake, at Mena, Arkansas, at Queen Wilhelmina. But I like to work POTA stations, but I don't do a lot of field work. But when we do our field day events at Jeff's, QTH, or Tim's, both places we have no internet service and very, very limited cell service. So it's usually Cody will have his cell set or got a UTC app on his phone with UTC time so we can, log our contacts down there. This is small and light enough. You can set it, put it in your go bag to work with POTA and stuff like that. I think that's where it'd be a real good application for it. I really do. But it's a pretty cool clock to have. I hadn't found anything wrong with it yet. I've been running it all week. It runs on AA batteries, and I've got it set up right there. Let me pause this. I'm gonna swing this camera around. We can talk about this other thing we're gonna look at, and I've got some more information on a couple of other guys that use this same product. So y'all stand by 1 second. Okay, second thing we're gonna talk about is the MFJ 4230 DMP 30 amp switching power supply. I've had this thing hooked up running my shack for over a week now. The only thing I have found that could be considered different on it, 13.5 volts is what it shows on the readout, but it's actually putting out right at 13.8. If my multimeter, there it's going to come on. I've hooked my multimeter to it. It's showing 13.76, so that's less than a tenth difference on the reading on the voltage. That doesn't bother me. Here's where I look at with a power supply. It's small, it's light, it's quiet. Also, let me put this, I got this radio hooked to a dummy load. So there's AM dead key. Voltage does not move a bit. All right. Let me put that back on upper sideband. KB5 MIQ, test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Voltage hadn't varied one bit, and that's at 100 watts on a PEP sideband setting. I was leery of these switching power supplies when I first heard about them years and years ago back in 06, so I bought this 60-pound behemoth Astron 50 amp sitting back there at the back. It's a good power supply. Takes up a lot of space on your shack. This one doesn't. Jeff has used one of these for 10 years. He's got the analog version of this same power supply, the 30 amp, and he said his meter's off just a couple of tenths itself, but it's always worked just fine. Voltage is dead perfect on it. Tim is running the 45 amp version of these. He's had one up for over a year, and he likes his too. So there's good things about them. I think they're, for the money and the lightweight and more space it takes up on the shack, I think they're a really good deal. So let me turn this thing around again. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoy that. Like I said, I have always liked MFJ stuff. I've used a lot of their stuff over the years. I know some people want to complain about them, want to complain about the customer service and tech support. I've called their tech support in the past and got good support out of it. The thing you see in today's world now is everybody, not just MFJ, everybody's having workforce issues. So I don't wholeheartedly blame a company if you call somebody and have one bad experience with tech support or customer service, you need to call back and I guarantee you they'll try to make it right. So, looking for some feedback from y'all on this. I'm really excited about this opportunity to try this stuff out for them and put some information out for y'all. So probably gonna do another one here in about 3 weeks, probably Thanksgiving weekend, maybe end of the month. Guys, remember Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas. Main Trading Company is also an MFJ dealer. Sometimes when Richard has one of his big events at the store, I've seen him have the MFJ truck there and stuff. In fact, that's where I bought that desk mic at, was off the truck at one of Richard's events. So he's got a lot of good used stuff on his list right now. Guys, we hit 1090 on subscribers. So 1100, we're going to do another little giveaway. And again, like always, thanks to everybody who subscribed to the channel. My email's always going to be in the description. Comment, email me any questions you got. This is KB5 MIQ Big Boy 73.